Hello there, Tailz here with Vanguard Weekly. Looking to give you guys a deck profile. This is a deck profile on Battle Sister Monaka deck. This is using a couple of strides. I've kind of got it set up for stride, kind of don't. It's just a matter of how the game goes. My starter is Battle Sister Eclair because it's a good way to get a grade 3 in hand if you're grade stuck. You need another Monaka for the Persona Blast, or even if you need a grade 3 for the Stride, because I don't run the grade 1 that gets +2 when dropping it for Stride, so I'm really reliant on those grade 3s for dropping. So this is a good way to grab them. Trigger lineup, 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. For grade 1s, I run 4 Chocolate, 3 Cocoa, 3 Lollipop, and 4 Tappy. I'm thinking of swapping Cocoa for Circle Mages, mainly because of the fact that Circle Mages allows me to get the same effect, except it doesn't let me stack, but it gives me a better boost. That's a problem I've got with this deck, is boosts, or at least used to. Lollipop kind of changes that, because it used to be this deck was nothing but 6k boosters. Now it's got 2 different 7k boosters, and then 2 6k boosters. But you know what? If you're popping a Perfect Guard onto a rear guard circle, it better have been called from deck. Yeah, that goes out to you, Gold Paladins. Alright. Grade 2s. Alright, let's start with Macaron. Macaron, 12k attacker for Battle Sisters. I run 4 because it's really easy for your opponent to just sit there and knock them out, and then you can replace them. So it's nice to have 4, so you don't have to worry about sitting here going like, oh no, I need to conserve my 12k attackers. No, this way then I can sit here and just go, okay, I can't guard this hit without dropping how many cards from my hand? Yeah, no. Bye-bye. So it's good to run 4 of a card that you want to be able to drop and recall. Alright. Second grade 2, Marshmallow. Marshmallow. Gonna be my damage flipper. Except it doesn't just damage flip. It also allows me to soul charge. Reason I'm running this is because it's my replacement for Lemonade. I had to replace Lemonade mainly because of the fact that Lemonade's Soul Blast 2, Unflip 2 was getting in the way of all my other grade 1s. So now I'm using Marshmallow. Mainly because of the fact that really there's not much else I'd use except for maybe Pudding. But the problem with Pudding is Pudding's more likely to get hit than Marshmallow. Even though Marshmallow still puts pressure on the field because it's when this unit attack hits a Vanguard. Pudding's the same way. I mean, Pudding allows you to put more power onto other units. And I'm thinking I might try Pudding for a couple of times. But the thing is right now I'm just using Marshmallow because I do have a couple of cards that Soul Blast. As in like 1. But still, it's that 1. My other grade 2 is Battle Sister Mocha. Battle Sister Mocha is good for just sitting there and being an 11k beater as long as you've got 4 cards in hand. Because this way then, I can sit there and have 11k beaters on the field after I've lost a few of my 12k attackers and I don't have any more in hand. So I can just sit there with an 11k boosted by a 6. That's 17. That's the same as a Lemonade boosting Macaron. I forgot the name there. But it's also the same as Macaron getting a trigger and attacking by itself. So there are a couple of things that are meh with Mocha, but Mocha is a good way to just sit there and still give enough pressure that it's not going to ruin you or your grade 2 lineup. Going to grade 3s. Alright. As this is a Monaka deck, I run 4 Monaka. her limit break is the main thing that I'd be using. I don't like using the Counterblast 2 and get +5. I don't see it as a good cost. I mean, as much as it works, it's not worth it sometimes. It's just not. But I've got the deck set up, so if I need to, I can do the +5. But the thing is, when I do that, I need to be sure I'm going to hit. Because otherwise, those 2 Counterblast kind of get wasted. So, Monaka's a good card. It's just, she kind of has a little bit of lackluster nowadays, because everything else kind of overpowers her. So to make up for that, I've got Millie Philly. Millie Philly, it's the Battle Sister Stride card. It's not an actual Stride card. It's the Generation Break for Battle Sisters. The thing is with this one is it's still Counterblast 2, but it's not Counterblast 2 Battle Sisters. But it's a stack. It seems like most of OTT is going towards stack. So, you know what? I decided Millie Philly. Because it's a good 11k, and when I write it, I get a free card. Ish. It's Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. I still kind of count that as free, because, you know, I don't use Counterblasts and Soul Blasts that often. Because the most times I'm going to get Monaka off, you know how many times I'm going to get Monaka off? Maybe twice. That's the problem with Monaka. Unless I go Monaka into Monaka into Monaka, I don't normally get Monaka off more than 2 times per game. So Millie Philly is a good way to sit here and just go, boom, oh look, open Counterblast, let's go. Strides. Nimbus 79-headed Dragon King. He's my other Counterblaster. Reason I'm running him is he's a good way for me to sit there and just recycle. If I've got triggers in my hand that I need back in that deck, I put them back in the deck for a price of 1 Counterblast, and then I get to redraw for how many I put back in. It gets really good when you do it early game, and you're just trying to put all your triggers back into the deck, and you just pull grade 1s, grade 2s, and grade 3s. Oh, yeah. When you do that, you have a feeling of accomplishment, because you're just like, sweet, I reloaded triggers. Yes, and I milled some. Except I didn't actually mill. I put it to hand. Yay, pluses! That's one of my strides. The other stride I'm using is Quillen. Thing with Quillen here, Quillen's when it attacks a unit, well, okay, when it hits a Vanguard, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, search for 1 card from among it, put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom. He's a stacker. But the thing is he's hits when it hits. That's a free card for when it hits. Most people are going to try and guard that, so it puts pressure with Vanguard. So what you do most of the time is, I'm going to have, let's say I've Striden Quillen. I'm going to have Mocha on 1 column. Let's put a booster behind her. Mocha and probably our 10k attacker. Then I would do Macaron boosted by Cocoa. Main reason why is because Cocoa is a smaller boost, but Macaron makes up for that 1k by being a 12k attacker instead of an 11k attacker. So I use that. So let's say I attacked. I'm not going to attack with any of my regards. I attack with Vanguard first. So that's 26. Most of the time, if I have Monaka on, I'm going to be having Lollipop right behind. So that's 26 plus 7. So that'd be 33. That's a 33k to Vanguard with a hit ability. So let's say they guard that. Triple drive, let's say nothing, crit, and then draw. You put the crit and the power to Macaron, and then you put the power of the draw to Macaron as well, but then you go in for a hit with Mocha, because it puts a little bit more pressure because you've already added 3 cards to hand. So if you, let's say you only had 1 card in hand, boom, Mocha's active. Mocha is active right there because that draw trigger gave you more than 4 cards. It gave you 5. So it allows you to activate Mocha. So Mocha becomes useful with Stride, triple drive. So that's the way I kind of do it. You attack with Mocha and then you attack with Macaron. Reason why? It's just slightly easier. Now, I'm not suggesting that you build this deck. It's not a bad deck. It's just, it doesn't have much power anymore. It just doesn't get much. You're welcome to try it. You're welcome to try my build. You're welcome to try and improve it. If you have suggestions for me, please tell me. Because I want to hear it. I want to hear your ideas on what I can do to make this deck better. Now, as it is a Monaka deck, if any of you ask me to take out Monaka, I'm going to be a little angry because, you know, it's a Monaka deck. I mean, I understand Monaka isn't going to be a big pressure card, so this deck isn't going to be going into a tournament and just whooping butt. No, not even close. So it's just going to be a little bit of, oh, look, I got to play very skillfully, very carefully, just to be able to live through a tournament. And that's part of why I like this deck, is because it's one of those where it's kind of, you're kind of putting your life on the line for this. So, you know what? I guess I just like decks that, you know, I'm going to put my life on the line just to play. Just entering a tournament with this would be, I have to sit here and play my best at 200%. Because this deck, it doesn't get much power, but it can play. Alright, well, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.